How to create a journal entity on Syft. Firstly, let's discuss what a journal is. Journals are how you record financial transactions. Every journal entry includes certain information, such as the date of the transaction, affected accounts, description, and amount. Now, let's discuss what a journal entity is. Journal entities are entities that start from scratch, meaning there is no underlying account or transactional data. Journal entities on Syft allow you to record financial transactions by posting the journals on Syft. Now, let's explore how to add a journal entity. Navigate to Home and Overview. Here you can find a list of all the entities in your organization. Now refer to Add Entity. Scroll down to Syft and then select Journal Entity. Provide your entity with a name. Select a country, a base currency, and the accounting basis. The financial year end, and for benchmarking purposes, select an industry. Now select Next. As you can see, Syft opened the entity that I just created, and I have none of the popular features that we know and love in Syft. This is because I don't have any data in my journal entity yet. So let's explore how to add some data in this entity. First, navigate to Layouts and then Accounts. We have to add some accounts first before we can process any journals in this entity. So let's select Add Account. For this example, I will create a share capital account, a bank account, and a loan account. I have to select the account classification. This will be between profit and loss and balance sheet. Next up, I have to select a category for each account. This will indicate where on the balance sheet I would like this account to go. Share capital will go to owner's equity, the bank account to current assets, and the loan account to non-current liabilities. Next, the chart of account classification refers to where in the category that I selected would I want this account to go. Share capital we would like to take to equity in owner's equity. The bank account will go to current assets, but then we also want it to go to cash and cash equivalents. And the loan account, which we categorize as non-current liability, would most likely be classified as a long-term debt. You can also change the tax code and the currency. Before you create these accounts, please ensure that this data is correct because you won't be able to edit it at a later stage. And then select Create. As you can see, I've now created 3 new accounts. The date of creation will appear over here, and then the default category. I am still able to delete these accounts since I haven't posted any journals to them yet. However, as soon as I post a journal, this account will be locked and I cannot delete it afterwards. If I select Edit Account, I can only change the currency at this stage and none of the other data. Now, let's process our first journal. Navigate to Layouts and then Journals. Now select Add Journal. The first step could be to give your journal a name. For instance, the issue of share capital. Select a date and an accounting basis. Share capital, since I am issuing shares, and the bank account. The description will be a general statement as to what this journal relates to. For instance, I am issuing share capital. And now you have to select the amount for your journals. So in this case, I will credit share capital with 1,000 and debit the bank with 1,000. There will be no tax on this journal entry. And then you can select Post. On the screen, you can find the journal number that Syft issued to your journal, the name, the date created, the journal date, which you were able to change while raising the journal, the accounting basis, the value, and the status of this journal. You have the option to edit, duplicate, reverse, and delete this journal at any stage. Now that I have some data in my journal entity, I have all these lovely features that Syft has to offer because I have accounting data. Common examples for journal entities include entities with infrequent transactions. From an accounting perspective, an entity with a few transactions over the course of a year can easily be maintained as a journal entity. Another example is an entity with very basic accounting needs. Not all businesses require the same level of accounting sophistication, and some businesses may simply want to record transactions periodically without all the fuss. As you can see, it's quite easy to create and maintain a journal entity on Syft. So go ahead and try it for yourself.